Hello everybody and welcome to Dumbest Expensive Things in the World. I do want to start off with a disclaimer, which is that if a person is willing to spend some amount on an item, it means that item is worth that amount to that person. And you could probably put my cars on a list of dumb expensive things. $40,000 shoes.
So this is it, the Nike Mag.
Is this $40,000 retail or is this $40,000 secondhand? That's what I want to know.
It's the self-lacing, high-tech shoe they imagined. So the technical magic is, in the sole of the shoe, there's a sensor. And on the back, there are motors that are actually connected to the laces.
It's kind of cool. If I were to look at those, I'd be like, I bet they're pretty expensive. I wouldn't have guessed $40,000. They're self-lacing and how?
When they sense your weight in the shoe for the first time, they automatically tighten so that they're just snug enough to get up and go.
But that's kind of cool. Can you imagine if the mechanism fails where you take your shoes to a mechanic and they have to repair the self-lacing? $140,000 toy car. Okay, it's different than I expected. See, what I expected was it was gonna be like one of those miniature cars that kids drive around. I was gonna be like, at $140,000, I don't know, buy your kid a race car? This, on the other end, piece of jewelry, I suppose, but oh, they're each, all of them. Actually, you could buy the Gallardo for $140,000. It'd be a little strange to spend that much more on the gem miniature version. I'd rather have the car personally, but maybe you don't feel like driving. $160,000 pen.
There were only 8 made.
It's a special writing instrument.
It is set with 4,810 diamonds, and the retail on this writing instrument is $160,000.
God, that thing better massage my fingers while I write with it. Oh my goodness. If someone presented you with a sack of diamonds and was like, there's $160,000 in diamonds, you'd be like, oh, okay. But you attach those to a pen suddenly, you're like, what the frick, it's a $160,000 pen? Well, yeah, it's got the sack of diamonds with it. $250,000 shirt.
This Indian man has one of the most expensive shirts in the world, made of gold, worth a staggering $250,000 US.
That's gotta be so heavy. That thing's gotta be like chainmail.
The 32-year-old moneylender Datta Puge from the western Indian city of Pune ordered the golden shirt that took a team of 15 goldsmiths working 16 hours a day, 2 weeks to complete.
Is it actually like gold chainmail, kind of? Like, is it interlinked solid gold? You know, maybe he does just wear it in public, because no one would actually think that it's like a solid gold shirt. It's so out there, but now he's making it more famous, so maybe people will realize, which you'd want people not to realize. $500,000 watch. So it's really interesting because there's a lot of overlap between car enthusiast and watch enthusiast circles. I like cars. I haven't really gotten into the watch thing. Like the prices on watches
pretty much restricted just to the case material.
Are wild.
The $460,000 version is in red gold.
I can respect the craftsmanship. I think it's a really cool like mechanism to look at and stuff, but also like, oh my God, dude, the price on these things. Sealed Super Mario 64 sells for $1.3 million. I think I've actually seen like a video that got into some of these recent video game auction prices. They can hopefully eventually dump onto a willing buyer who doesn't realize they're essentially getting rug pulled. There's some interesting stuff, and that's not to say that never happens in the art world and stuff, but $1.6 million floating bed.
Oh, okay, so these are made to just keep it not going, it's like the flying carpet.
What? Yeah. How is it staying up? Are those solid, like, why does it look like it's flexible kind of wire? What is this, a bed for ants though? A bed for me? $2 million golden shoes. Did they just like take the shoes and just dip them inside of a pit of molten gold? Oh my God, the laces too. Are the laces just like crunchy? Like if you move the laces, it just starts to flake off. 2.8 million on buying the first tweet as an NFT. Oh, I heard about this one.
The man who bought an NFT of Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey's first tweet for $2.9 million last year is at a loss.
The buyer listed that NFT for auction just last week, only get a top bid of $280.
Oof. If they genuinely just bought it for $2.9 million and then they tried to flip it and got $280, then Yeah, I don't know. $3.2 million piano. I bet there have been a lot of pianos auctioned off over the years that have gone for more than this, that are like historically significant pianos. It's probably not even that crazy high up on the spectrum of instrument prices. Looks cool. It's all like transparent and has diamonds on it. Who wouldn't want diamonds all over their piano, you know? It'd be harder to steal than a watch, so $3.2 million dog collar.
The world's most expensive dog collar is the $3.2 million Amor Amor.
I mean, it's like if you just took an exorbitantly expensive diamond necklace, but you're like, no, it's not a necklace for humans, it's a dog collar. It is illegal for a human to wear this as a necklace. You wouldn't want to wear a dog collar.
From
now,
La
would
Collectibles
you?
de Bijoux, a line of diamonds for dogs. It has 3 tiers of diamonds with 1,600 overall for a total of 52 carats.
I bet the dogs feel good when they're wearing it. They can appreciate the value
Features
of
18
it.
karat white gold
You
and
better believe it.
crocodile leather. The second most expensive piece in the collection is the $899.
The dog is like, what the frick? This thing is so heavy. Please, please. I liked my previous collar. It was much softer. It was fabric, and it wasn't like weighing my head down to the ground. Where does the name tag go? You put a name tag on it, and it ruins the aesthetic of the collar. Your dog runs away, and you're like, oh, shoot. This has gone poorly. Now nobody knows who I am, and they also just have the collar.
$150,000.
I should have thought this one through.
1.52
I really,
carat
the dog's got to have like full-time employed private security. $4.5 billion yacht? Is this real?
The only one covered in gold, platinum, and other luxurious metals. The yacht has a
Nah, it's not $4.5 billion. I'm vetoing the price here. It's not that.
Curious.
I think like the top insanely like 400 footers are like $500 million, something like that. It ain't 4.5 bill.
A wall made from meteoric stone with a sculpture made from real T-Rex dinosaur bones. You know, the way people hang sculptures of dead animals in their house.
It's not 4.5 billion. $24 million forehead diamond.
I'm long barring it because I just got it pierced and the swelling.
I think the best thing that I saw come out of this was like a meme of it was like Thanos like doing the pulling it out like with vision. It seems uncomfortable, but if it makes you happy, I'd be worried about someone stealing my forehead personally. Anyway, $48 million Mercedes-Benz covered in 300,000 diamonds. I'm gonna doubt on the 48 million part. You're getting up to like 250 GTO prices there. No one's gonna do that. I refuse. It's probably Swarovski or something, so not real diamonds, but I'm gonna doubt on this one just like the yacht. $100 million car. That's actually legit. Okay, and I disagree with this being on the dumbest expensive things list. This is awesome.
66 years old, but it's worth over $100 million. This car here is called 300 SLR. Now, before this car was made, there was actually a roadster version. So
the 300 SL is one of my favorite cars. I believe someone, like, they paid it, but I think it's still gonna live in the Mercedes Museum. Hey, you know what? I said in the beginning, my cars could potentially make it to the list. I've not bought a $100 million car. You know, if I had billions and billions of dollars, 300 SLR wouldn't be out of the question. I'm not gonna lie.
all right. And that car back in '55 won every single race it entered and finished. But
It's
they
so
only had the
cool.
opportunity to make
It's
two
so
of these
cool.
coupe versions in the world.
It's so cool.
Before Mercedes decided they're gonna shut down their racing divisions. There's even been people saying that it's worth up to $300 million.
Well, but it's not, because the person didn't buy it for that much, so it's not 300 million. I don't know, it was a recent sale too, so, but anyway, unless there were like some other people who were clamoring at the doors like, no, I'll pay 300 million. We only want the 100 plus. All right, well, I'm glad we could end with one that I vehemently disagree with. But anyway, like I said, it's all a matter of personal preference, and we're not judging here, so hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, stay tuned for more, and see you next time.